Okay, so it's Thursday, and I'm gonna do a couple of small ones and see if I can download them at night. I think I may have already tried this, I don't know, but the weather is going to go back, so she's not going shopping tomorrow, and I don't know. She's saying this whole thing could be all closed down, that it would be not safe to go out. So I just gotta see. You just gotta wait and see what the weather system brings in, like. So Um, Stella's having a really bad. Uh, my mom throws food out all over the place for like birds and stuff, and she has this huge compost thing, and I don't know. Um, Yesterday I put him in her little yard thing for a little while, and I kept thinking there's something out there, I bet, because Stella wanted to stay in there, and so then once she came in, now she's been puking. She's got diarrhea. She keeps really whining. She wouldn't eat last night, and her stomach was growling all night. And she was puking. So, anyways, I swear to God, it's one motherfucking thing. That's Archie going crazy. Archie is crazy. He's really crazy. I know, you're so sweet. And he's got this curly cute tail that makes him look like sweet, but he's a little devil. I told y'all. I told you he goes gremlin. He is crazy, man. And the bed battles with Archibald just continue. And Archie is definitely, Max is the bed battles. And he is definitely, I gotta take my braid down. This is driving me crazy. And my hair's so dirty today. I'm taking a shower. Oh Lord, I swear to God, this whatever is following me around, it just is getting more intense. That's all I can say. It's like, what the fuck? How do you get out of this hell? Oh, God damn. This energy is so, but I slept so good last night. Oh my God, even though I was getting woke up constantly, man, I was in deep sleep, crazy dreams. Dreams. It's just like you're just going in other places and stuff. But let me think. Okay. So Stella and the sickness. There was a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, but the fuckery. The fuckery just goes. Man. And when I think of it, how it just keeps going. It's like, it started how many months ago when they started like throwing knives at me, and I'd be turning around the kitchen and knives sticking straight up. There's knives sticking up everywhere, knives flying at me every fucking day. That's when it started, and it just gets worse, man. It's like every fucking thing I touch is knocked out of my hands. And then there's a harassment or something. I mean, get up yesterday morning, Max is puking everywhere, and then have that to deal with first as soon as you wake up, and then the later in the day, then it's Stella puking everywhere. But Max pukes a lot. Max is a puker. Like, he's a puker. And so I don't know what his deal is. I gave him some the horse-based stuff. I gave him some of that yesterday, thinking, okay, well, if he has a parasite in there that's making his stomach upset, I'll hit that. And so I gave some to Stella too, because I thought I would start her back. But now I'm taking her back off. Because yesterday after she had it, she did just go right back into cleaning her vagina like crazy. And it started having that smell again. And I was like, maybe it gives yeast or something. Maybe she has been on it too long. Maybe she needs some time to really build up. But I think that the upset stomach is some funk that she's gone up and eaten out of my mom's yard. And I hope it's not a toxic plant, but my mom has tons of pets, so why would mine be the one that would find the toxic plant? So, but I get paranoid. I get so crazy over Stella. It's the weirdest thing. It's like the whole inside of me, it's like collapses with her. I don't know. It's got to be this soul connection thing. Because like we have ESP and stuff already together. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that. God, okay, I've got to find out about a bunch of stuff. Because then I just read the comments and stuff. So I'm going to kind of go a little quicker through this stuff. So I don't know what the weather holds. I still am strapped. Like, this stuff, it has to happen. Like, whatever's happening is happening for a reason. So all of these problems and stuff, and I feel like um it's to push me to see, like, am I going to just quit? Do I just give up? Or do I just keep trying to figure out a way to make it work and make it work? And so probably we'll have to do some of those dumps. I'm going to try these short videos and see, because she's being a lot more like, well, how long you think it would take? At night is my best thing, but it can interfere with her other TV. And the TV never goes off. Oh gosh, it's intense, man. It's like the news 24/7, and the other one is religious stuff and religious news, and then in between you have the church music going. Oh, it's intense, dude. And I swear to God, I'm not, focused on, on the whole general religion thing. It really does give people a license to hate. It gives them this, it's very much in the hierarchy, because, they're on Jesus' team, and the rest of y'all, it is just like, it's weird because they just don't realize this. I don't know. Like, to me, this stuff has to happen. You have to see this stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me about everything that has happened and everything that that is happening, which he just made an announcement that he's added 30,000 migrant or immigrant, like, these criminals, these global criminals. Well, you guys don't want them, we got it. And so, yeah, he's putting in a whole big giant facility for it at the Get. So all the people can be at their own little island, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be on that island. Probably bad juju. But anyway, so Allison Coe yesterday, she put out a thing, and she doesn't put all of her sessions out. She picks and chooses. And so I don't know, because sometimes I feel like, is everybody that go to her always want to talk about the same thing, like the event and what's going to happen and stuff? Are they all real focused on that? I'm not sure, because there's biases or something like that. Or it could be just her, that everyone that talks about that, she wants to make sure and release it. I don't know what the deal is, but this lady she did this one. So this lady's a lawyer in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's her second session. And her first session was good, and this session she was getting a lot of information. So Allison read the session, and there were so many things that I have said that she said. So she said tons of stuff that I've said. And so this lady is saying that this is what happened. Which to me, it sounds like the rapture. And this is, I don't know, my nose just still runs all the time. I don't know if, I know that there's going to be a big thing that's going to happen, and a lot of people are going to leave. And I know that the age of Aquarius isn't all the people, but she said it's 15 to 19% of the people. 15 to 19%, which also, when you run those numbers, it's kind of odd that she would have 4 of those people in her that she would know before it's ever even happened. It's like, I don't know. Maybe we're all getting in alignment to know each other. I don't know. But one of them was like her mom or something, but a relative. I don't remember if the other ones were friends from work or what it was, but so anyway, so she says, so when she goes into this session, she is in this place where she said everything seems really strange. We're on the earth, but everything seems really strange. There's things flying around, there's ships flying around, but they are like checking on things. There's not very many people. Our whole neighborhood's empty. There's not many people around. There's no way to communicate. There's no way to find food. There's no way, like, you're really stuck on your own. And, but these other beings are flying around because they're trying to help us and help the earth and everything. Because the only people that stay, this 15 to 19%, which in the Book of One is 45%. But I thought it was more than that. But anyways, so she says that, so they're here to help the earth and all that stuff. And so in this session, she takes her into some other time. And so she goes further out, and then things are a lot better and people are in contact. We fly around in hover cars. So everybody uses hover cars. Wherever anybody is, you can get there quick. We have communication. Telepathy is how we talk to each other, because all these other beings don't use our language. So they teach us telepathy, which I've been doing telepathy since I was a kid. But we start communicating, and I already had said that. I said we were going to have the hover cars. I said that we are going to be like, there's a thing about us being, it's not like we have to be on our own forever, but it's like this independence. And then there was a whole bunch of stuff that she said that was all stuff that I have said. And so there was a lot of things where I was like, oh, this seems so accurate. This seems accurate. I think this is going to happen. The things that to me seemed odd were the amount of people. Like, that was extreme. And one thing too that just drives me crazy, how people are constantly demonizing sugar and sweets. As somebody who loves sweets and enjoys them, I don't think we're supposed to be going like, oh, this is bad. It's bad. It's bad. And if you tell yourself it's bad all the time, you're going to have bad reactions in your body. So if you're always like, oh, it's so bad for you, I'm bad, I'm so bad, you're gonna have results like you're bad and it's bad for you. So that's what I think. Anyways, so, and everything has got so much poison in it anyway, so we have that to deal with on its own. Like, we're being actively poisoned. So anyways, she was saying that stuff, but then so Allison was, well, how did we get there? What happened? What happened? And how did this whole thing occur? And so she says that, and she says it's close. Like, so right now we're in this period of time where there's all this division, and everybody hates everybody. Everybody thinks it's everybody else's fault, and nobody wants to come together and try and figure out how to solve things. They just want to stand over there and say, you're in fault, and you're in fault, and you're in fault. You make me so sad. And so then it is, and see, the whole thing in humanity is we have to come together. We have to put down our swords. We have to put down our shields. And those are through healing toxic behaviors and toxic perspectives and stuff. And we have to come together as a higher minded, as a higher level of unity and love and respect. And that is what the ascension is. That is when you can see beyond the illusion and beyond your judgments and stuff. And so you take it to another level. So that to me is, what we're here to have occur. And so in her thing, she's saying it's only this small amount of people that came here for this. So it would be like I've said, like, I know what I'm here for and stuff. So, just this few people that knew what they're here for, and we just go through this horrible, horrible hell, and then everybody leaves us, and then we stay here and do all the work. So that's what she's saying. And she's she's saying that it becomes this battlefield. It becomes so unbearable over the next few months or whatever. So the tribulation or whatever, it becomes unbearable, and everybody's fighting. The tension on the planet becomes so horrible, and like for people who are tuned into the energy, it becomes really uncomfortable and unbearable. Like, we can feel it coming, she says. And so that then all of a sudden the sky starts some kind of fire thing or something in the sky, and the people who know, they just go in their houses and just sit and wait for it. So we just sit and wait while it all plays out or something, and then everybody else just goes out, and then they have to be questioned if they want to go forward and help rebuild the earth, or if they'd rather just leave. And they all decide to leave. All the people leave, except for this 15% of the people. And then we have to rebuild the earth. We have to do everything all by ourselves. So that's her thing, her session of what is to happen, what's to occur. And of course, Allison said, take it with a grain of salt. You know, this is her perspective. This is what happens in hers. But so what I have been seeing for so long, and I've been talking about it, and I see it playing out. Like, I can't imagine all this stuff, all this positive wave coming in, and it still keeps us on this negative train. And I don't understand at all how to me it goes like with the time of mirrors and stuff. It goes with the ancient predictions or whatever. And so we have this time of reflection, this time of where the lights come on and you begin to see yourself fully. Like, this is about this spiritual evolution in consciousness. And so you're telling me 85% of the people aren't here to evolve, and that we're just skipping the whole evolving thing? We're just going from crisis to see ya. And which, you know, there couldn't be this rapture thing coming, like, you know. And sometimes some of the stuff, you know, my mom says and stuff, I wonder, like, I don't know if she's here for this healing part. Like, I don't know, this rapture thing could be real, but I can't imagine 85% of the people are leaving. But there can be, like, I guess it's a lot, man. When you, man, religion is so, oh my God, it's a lot. Like, there's going to be a lot for these people to break free in the programming and shit, man. A lot to heal, like, fuck. And then plus, you know, she has me around who is, I don't know, spiritual guru. And I have a certain perspective, and I talk about, you know, how I see things and stuff. And so it's like these, I don't know, it's like these flashes of light that come in through the barrier of the resistance of the programming, but the resistance is still so strong. And so, I don't know, it could be, you know, planting seeds that are going to be real helpful here when this goes, because to me, I've seen it the whole time from long time ago. I mean, even before anything started, and I was just coming out of my own crisis, and they told me that this is going to happen globally. This is going to happen to everybody. And I was like, oh, and they started showing me in visions and stuff. I started seeing what was going to happen. Like, I can look in and see these things. And so, the way I have interpreted this whole thing is like I've been talking about, like, we go through this loss, we go through these things, these entanglements that hold us, that bind our soul, these relationship entanglements and stuff, all of this stuff, and we have to heal it. We have to work our way through it, and that is where we evolve. That's how we evolve as humans. In the age of Aquarius is for evolved humans. It's not the same energy. It's not the same storyline. This one's ending. You have to move through it. You have to transition out of it in order to go to the next one. And but you can also exit out and come in through a different way. This is the bridge to it. This is staying on Earth as it goes. And so, to me, how I've seen it is what I've seen building up is the division, and how it's through people's biases and their own judgmental, their ego and stuff. So you can see the things that hold the people back. Well, that's what we're here to heal. That's the things that I had to go through and heal. So that it's not just me. I don't think it's just me. You know, I don't think like, oh, well, the 15%, they're going to heal. The rest of everybody else. No. Then what is my huge drive? What is all of this fucking communication that I'm constantly being told to go do this and to talk about this stuff? It is because there's more than 15% of us that are going to be healing. I think, like, I don't know. Maybe her perception is based through her own program. Maybe she's very blue. Like, there's a lot of spiritual people that are very blue. I don't know what Allison is, you know. And because I would have been asking different questions even. And so, but I have my own vision. I have my own view of what is to come. So the way I see it is that we have this wave of red. So think of the wave of red as a wave of love. Think of it as the heart, like a giant Valentine. Oh my gosh, I am so uncomfortable. It feels like my ribs hurt. Like, I don't know what the hell, so I'm squirming. Okay, and in these chairs, it's so funny that my other chair that I just loved, I ended up having to leave. I don't know, sometimes I think it was uncomfortable, so then it's gonna go more uncomfortable. It's like, fuck. This journey is rough, man. It's rough. So anyways, so the way I see it, this world, the universe, your storyline, is going to push you into these areas of healing. And some, it's going to be through loss of all different kinds. Some people get pushed because they lose a partner, a child, a friend, a parent. It can be all different things. There's so much loss going on. There's so much trauma going on, everything, so all things are in action. All the pistons are spinning, or whatever, car parts are going. And so everything is in action, and we're watching it. We're in it as it's playing out. So, and you can watch, or you can be caught up in it. And once you get to a certain point in your healing, you're a lot more able to watch a lot of the stuff. But you can still get caught up in it and stuff, but you're able, the more that you can pull free, and the more that you can be able to see like the facade, and not letting yourself be emotionally drained and caught up in it. Which I think she made some kind of reference, something about that too. Like the people who are really caught up in fear and the news and stuff, watching the news all the time, that they don't go forward. Yeah, but still, like, fuck, 85% of the fucking people? What the fuck, man? So, which makes no sense, because there's a big part to me about, and I've mentioned it so many times, the people, like those of us who have been the oddball, the black sheep, the weirdo. There's tons of us. There's tons of us. We've all, you think of it like a grid system. So we're all over the place. And we all have a group of people who know who we are. And who think, like, she's weird, she's stupid, she's whatever. They don't see us for who we are, because we're misunderstood, because we don't think like other people. And so and we're willing to put it out there. Because everybody doesn't think like everybody, but everybody else tries to hide it and tries to pretend. So those of us who are like, I'm not pretending to be nothing but me, then that is a certain energy. And so those people, to me, all the people have been saying all this weird shit for everybody else's whole life and stuff. When the shit turns, all of a sudden they see this other thing of, like, they see this other side, and it comes through the same kind of storyline. There's so many of these Bible stories playing out. It's crazy. Like Job, all that stuff. Like I see so many of these storylines playing out, replaying or whatever. But that was the same thing as, like, Jesus hung with the people that people look down on. And so that has something to do with the awakening to see the truth. And you got to see it through this other way. So you see this person who you didn't think highly of, and all of a sudden you see the other side, and then you see, and then it reflects back on you of your own biases and judgments. So that is a part of it to me. There's a part that is a part of this awakening that has to do with that. And so to me, that has to go down, because that is a benefit to the other people, so that they can find their own biases and judgment. There's a person who is in their lives that is going to make them see things very differently suddenly. It's not going to just be Donald or whatever. There's going to be people in people's realities, in their physical world, that they, it's like they didn't value the value that was there because they didn't see it. because their own biases and judgment and stuff withheld them, but you carry those from life to life. And so all these entanglements and stuff. So these are all like your soul families and stuff. And so, it's like, that's a part of their awakening. It's a part of their evolving to see this other side, because then it helps them to see themselves. So that is very important to me in this whole thing. And so this whole thing, to me, I've been talking about this leading into the awakening part, where all these people awaken to their own judgments, biases, their ego-driven part of themselves, the shallow part of themselves, the mean part of themselves, the impatient part of themselves, all of that stuff that they are blind to right now. It's going to show them. And then this girl's thing, it makes like, the universe is like, oh, you don't have to mess with that. Just come on with us. It's like, I don't know. To me, I see something different. I saw some of the things that she was talking about, but there was other things. So, we just got to continue to watch how things play out. But to me, it keeps coming. The love wave is going, and he is carrying it in a way to create us more freedom and stuff. And so, and we're coming together with all these people and stuff. Like the way they say it is like, so the abundance, the jubilee and stuff is 15% of the people. We're going to be rich motherfuckers, obviously, but money won't matter to us, because it won't do us any good. Yes, all we'll have is our own skills to barter and trade with. So and to me, we're going to go through, and how I see it though, is we're going to go through this jubilee period. We're going to go through the changing of the guards, that we're going to go through that, this blossom, this blooming. And so I don't know. I want to wrap this one up though real quick and start back right on another one. So anyways, I'll just be right back with you. So let's just end here and I'll be right back.